Maurong was the only child of her parents and lived happily with them. But her father had begun having an affair with a woman who lived next door. She wanted to get rid of Maurong's mother. One evening, while crossing a bridge, the father pushed his wife into the river where she drowned.
16.
Maurong saw her father returning alone and asked him about her mother, but he lied to her. Soon after, the woman came to live with them, bringing her own daughter. The stepmother ill-treated Maurong. She gave her stale food, made her wear dirty and shabby clothes. Because of this, she grew weaker and thinner each day. Sad and lonely, she started wandering from place to place. One day, she happened to pass the river where her mother had drowned. Her mother, who had turned into a dolphin, seeing her daughter in such a poor condition, asked, "Why do you look so thin and pale?" Maurong began to narrate everything, the pain, the unfair treatment, and her
Tahu
sadness.
dia. Kira lagu.
Deeply
Kira lah.
moved by her story, she said, "Come to the river
Hmm?
every day," and secretly fed her delicious meats. Slowly, Maurong began to grow strong, healthier, and more beautiful. The stepmother grew suspicious of her sudden physical changes. She sent her daughter to follow Maurong and find out what she was doing. Soon they discovered that Maurong was going to the river every day to receive food from the dolphin. The stepmother devised an evil plan. She invited the whole village to go fishing in the river using poisonous plants. All the adults carried poisonous plants on their back and went to the river. Nora became very worried for her mother. She rushed ahead to warn her. "I will give you a signal," she said. "When I say, 'Mother, down the river,' you must swim up the river. And when I say, 'Mother, up the river,' you must swim down the river." Her mother nodded in agreement. Soon the people arrived. They pounded the poisonous plants on the riverbank and put them into the water. The poison began to spread and kill the fish. Then Maurong began to say, "Mother, up the river, mother, down the river." Her mother swam up and down to escape the danger. The villagers noticed and said, "As long as this girl is here, we won't be able to catch the big dolphin." So they pulled her away and captured the dolphin. They killed it and divided the meat among themselves. Marong gathered the bones and buried them on the riverbank in her mother's memory. Soon a beautiful tree grew from those bones, and Marong began drinking nectar from the tree, regaining her health and beauty. Yet again, the stepmother became suspicious and found out. She asked the villagers to cut down the tree. The villagers raised their axes and began to chop down the tree. Maurang ran towards the tree, crying, "Mother, don't fall. Please don't fall," she cried bitterly, repeating these words. And strangely, the tree stood firm, refusing to fall. "She's holding it with her voice," someone whispered. So they asked her to leave, and the tree finally came crashing to the ground like a broken heart. Mara was all alone again. Her father had two separate fields, one for Mara and one for the stepsister. The stepmother gave all the good seeds to her own daughter and gave the bad ones to her.
Globally active worldwide, affordable growth hormone, globally young is probiotic and roasted. Nestle Lactogrowth protein connected, protein growth.